What an absolutely beautiful morning to go on a bit of an Icelandic adventure. Do you want to come with me? Well, let's go. We need to kind of get to a different airport first though. Okay, I'm going to try and get the flybus into Reykjavik, but there's nobody about. Can I pay here to Reykjavik? Yeah.
You can pay inside.
Inside?
You walk here,
yes.
a little bit on the left, and you see Reykjavik Airport.
Yes, alright, thank you. Okay, got my ticket. Let's take the flybus. Banging tunes on the flybus. Okay then, here at Reykjavik Domestic Airport and Eagle Air, which is where I'm going to be flying from, who I'm going to be flying with today, should I say, over to Hoffen, which is in the east of Iceland, a few hundred kilometres away. And here is my ride over to Hoffen. It's a Jetstream 32. You don't see many of those about these days, do you? Even in the UK where we had them for ages. Yeah, it should be fun. It's about an hour's ride to the east from here in Reykjavik over to Hoffen, and then it's about a 7-hour drive back. But hey, you have to do these things, don't you? Noel.
Yeah, Noel.
Yes.
Any luggage to check in?
No, just hand baggage. Thank you.
Yeah, then I'm going to give you a signature.
Thank you. Do you need ID? ID or?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. There's no security to go through today. It was just straight through the terminal and out to the aircraft. It was time to get on board the Jetstream 32 for the 1-hour flight across to Hoffen. Once on board, it set out in a 1-2 configuration like many small turboprop planes. Before too long, the doors were shut and the engines were started for our flight across to Hoffen. Once we were airborne from Reykjavik, well, there's not really much to say about the onboard service on board Eagle Air because, to be honest, there isn't really any. It's just a 1-hour flight across Iceland. What you do get though is some absolutely stunning views across the Icelandic countryside out the window. All too soon our ride across the glaciers was over and we started our descent into the beautiful airport at Hoffen. So then arrived in the beautiful little place of Hoffen. I mean, this scenery, man, it's incredible. And I've just got my keys for my car, which is a C''D. I've just flown 1 hour east from Reykjavik and now heading on a 7-hour drive back to Keflavik. Why am I doing this? Because there's only one flight a day over here to Hoffen from Reykjavik. So I was just on that one flight a day, and now I've got to get back because I've got a flight home in the morning. Let's get in the car and get on the road. Hey, right, let's get this show on the road. Oh, I feel the power. The C''D. Let's go. I better set the map actually, haven't I? Where are we going? We're going to Keflavik. Let's have a laugh and see how far Keflavik Airport is from here then as I program it in. Keflavik International Airport. Okay, it's 489 kilometres and 6 hours and 5 minutes, and I'm going to be stopping a couple of times en route as well, so I think we better get going. Right, let's hit the road. Whoop, 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 whoop. So a really nice ride over from Reykjavik to Hoffen on the Eagle Air Jetstream 32. How cool is it to be able to ride on a Jetstream 32? And in 2020, I mean, come on, even in the UK, the home of the Jetstream for so many years, there's so few of them left now. I don't think even Eastern Airways have got any anymore, so it's quite nice to do that. And a beautiful flight over the glaciers of Iceland as well, as we made our way all the way to the east of Iceland to Hornafjörður, which is where we are right now, and it's absolutely stunning over here. Out over there, crikey. Let's get a little mud on the tires. Here we go, back on the road. Woo. So I have discovered that the Kia C''D has a sports mode. Woohoo! Speed! Found a roundabout. Oh, there's a petrol station. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get something to eat. I'm starving. Right, tea. Pepperoni taco. Lamb jerky. And another energy drink. Hey, 5 hours left to run. Let's go. They didn't even have McDonald's. I was hoping at least to get a McWhale burger while I was in Iceland, but you know, the scenery here in Iceland is just crazy, man. It's like the whole world in one little country. Like 1 minute you're driving through the fjords of Norway, the next you're driving across the plains of Texas and there's bluebells everywhere. It's just incredible. incredible. Such an absolutely awesome country. Wow, there's a paraglider up there. Right up on the edge of that cliff there, there's a guy in a paraglider. How cool is that? That'd be an awesome place to be right now, would it not? And now we're in the Derbyshire Peak District. So I pulled off the road to stretch my legs for a little bit, and there's something that I'd like you guys to see. Believe it or not, this Douglas C-47 has been here for nearly 50 years. Time for a quick story. On the 27th of November 1972, this US Navy C-47 took off from Keflavik Air Base to Hoffen, the airport that I've just come from. It was on a supplies mission sending parts for a radar station that the US military were building over in Hoffen. In the afternoon of that day, the aircraft took off empty with just the crew on board for the flight back to Keflavik, but about half an hour after the plane took off, they encountered some severe icing and they ultimately lost both of the engines. The crew managed to glide the aircraft down to a crash landing on this dried riverbed on the south coast of Iceland, and fortunately all 7 of them survived. The aircraft, however, was in a little bit worse shape, and the US Navy decided that they'd just leave it here. It's still here today. It's a little bit more battered than it was when it landed, there's a few gunshot holes in it, but it's still here. How cool is this? It really is incredibly eerie walking around this aircraft that's still pretty much intact. It's so cool and kind of creepy in a way. You can actually come right up inside this plane. This old C-47. I mean, seriously, look at that. Unbelievable. And the aircraft has still got loads of bits. There's like cables and pipes and things everywhere. It's just... And even in the flight deck, you can see all the electrical stuff up in the cockpit and everything. This is crazy. Look at this, look. How many people would walk 2 miles each way from the main road across a piece of essentially featureless desert just to see an old plane wreck? Absolutely crazy, but if you like this sort of thing, well, hit subscribe because I always seem to wind up in these crazy situations. Sports mode, engage. Yeah, look at this. Whoop, whoop. What have we over here? Wow. I mean, just when you thought that Iceland couldn't get any more stunning. Look at that! Good lord! It's like the biggest waterfall I've ever seen. Okay, probably not the biggest, not like Niagara Falls biggest, but it's pretty big. Look at that, look, crazy! It's like 10:30 at night now. I'm still nowhere near Reykjavik, God. Right, okay. Apple CarPlay. Google Maps, 2.5 hours to go, plus any more stops for random things at the side of the road. Do you remember those halcyon days when the only thing that could shut down half the world's airspace was a huge ash cloud from an Icelandic volcano? Well, Hornafjörður remembers that. That's the volcano that in 2010 erupted, spewing volcanic ash all over Europe and shutting down European airspace for about 5 days. Funny how things change, isn't it? Not so big and tough now, are you, Hornafjörður? Over the last few months, like so many other people, I've had an awful lot of time to think, and I've been thinking a lot about travel and what it means to me to be able to travel. And I think I've come to the conclusion that really it's very, very simple. Travel means freedom. You know, and it's freedom's something that we kind of take for granted in much of the world. The fact that we can kind of go anywhere we want, and at any time we can just get in the car and drive somewhere, we can get on a train and go somewhere, we can hop on a plane and fly to any other country pretty much in the world without any real thought to it. Like many people, we kind of take that for granted. I know I have, for sure. I take for granted the fact that I kind of just hop on the plane and go somewhere and film and then go somewhere else. When you do what I do as a job, you kind of get to a point sometimes where you're filming a lot of airline reviews, and it almost becomes a production line of airline reviews. One airline, hop off that plane onto another plane, let's do another airline review. And I want to enjoy what I'm doing, and I don't want to take it for granted anymore. And trips like this, I think, have really helped me to be able to say, you know what, this is incredible. The fact that I can get to do this as my job, and the fact that I can bring you guys along with me to enjoy these trips in the most remote of places, the most fantastic places all over the world. Here we are, driving across the most beautiful country in a Kia Ceed, of all things, but having a really nice time doing it. And the fact that you guys are able to come on this journey with me as well is just incredible, and I just feel really lucky to be able to do what I do, really, and to be able to bring you guys on every trip that I do, no matter how crazy it ends up being. We're going to have more fun, guys, and I think that's going to be the essence going forward. Let's enjoy every single thing that we do. I'm going to enjoy it for sure, and I really hope you guys do too. The midnight sun sank lower in the sky as I neared the end of my fantastic road trip across this incredible country. Keflavik! Yay! Woo! Sorry. So it is midnight here in the land of the midnight sun. What an awesome view this is. It's the first time really I've actually been here, and actually it's been sunny so that you can actually see the midnight sun, but there it is, middle of the night. How cool is that? Had a great time here in Iceland, not least today, heading over to the east of the country and then driving all the way back again. It's been fantastic. I really hope to be back here again soon to do some more in this fantastic, beautiful country. Tomorrow morning I'm out of here and off to somewhere arguably as beautiful as Iceland, and probably a little bit more remote too. Stick around for next week so that you can see that video as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well so you never miss a video too. In the meantime, as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care, and I'll see you next time.